All right, this is session 19 of Trouble in Orlane. All right, I'm probably going to change that name pretty soon. And I'll do the recap of session 18. If you guys remember, you are deep in the catacombs of Ralashaz, or you think it's a temple dedicated to him. Um, and the last session started in the way that I don't like sessions to start, which is right in the middle of combat, but it couldn't be avoided. So you guys were right in the middle of a pretty dangerous encounter. It picked up in the middle of battle, and the party faced off with a horrifying undead who was seemingly impervious to their weapons and possessing a strength unlike any undead that you had previously encountered. A desperate attempt was made to bring the creature down by brute force. That was Benrus, and while the dwarf was successful, it put the rest of the party at a tactical disadvantage. While Benrus and the creature remained locked in a grappling match all over the stone floor, it was virtually impossible for any of the others of the party to get a clear shot without hitting their companion. Airwalk, during, as this was happening, was posted in the southern hallway, waiting with patience like a hawk for anything coming up on the party's flank, all the while feeling a great sense of unease about the area in general. Loman the gnome was finally able to retrieve his new toy, that was the glowing dagger, from his backpack, which was unfortunately all the way on the other side of the hallway. And with the skill of an acrobat, he weaved himself back into the middle of the fight, handing off the blade to the fighter Zidar in the process. So it was pretty good tactical thinking right there. Commands were shouted, and the dwarf finally disengaged the foe, allowing just enough time for the fighter Zidar to sink the blade of the glowing dagger deep into the thing's face, severing half the jaw and leaving it hanging aslant, its face filled with a horrid rage. It was in this moment that the creature dropped its longsword, another glowing weapon, faint, dim blue glow in the dark that you guys noticed that it was wielding. Talissa wasted no time in darting across the room for the weapon. Vaulting herself over a pew, she caught her foot and was sent flying into the darkness, landing with a bone-shaking thud on the hard stone floor. Despite it being very dark, she could feel the weapon underneath her, and as she fidgeted and fumbled around for it, she was indeed landed directly on top of the blade. Rolling over, she quickly snatched up the blade. Despite being winded and in great pain, she got the wind knocked out of her. Um, While all this was happening, Benrus attempted to burn the creature, snatched up the torch that was discarded on the floor at the beginning of the fight, and attempted to jam the item into the gaping mouth of the walking corpse. This plan, of course, failed miserably, and the torch instantly dropped from the thing's mouth. It was during this moment that Azar was raked across the face and chest with an immensely powerful swipe and dropped lifelessly to the floor. Things were not looking good at this point. The druid, thinking quickly, knew that the weapon would be better use in the hands of the dwarven beastmaster. So with a shout, the blade was tossed over the pew into the capable hands of the dwarven warrior who caught it in one deft move. Loman, showing an eye for tactical cunning once again, called upon his deity to stabilize the human warrior Zadar, who was about one blink away from death. Literally, you were one hit point away from permanently dying, Zadar. Zadar, although lifeless and still and sprawled out on the floor, drew a breath. The prayer had been answered just in time. This time, the undead horror turned its attention to the druid and the warrior, or to Benaros, the dwarven warrior. Unarmed, but still insanely powerful and vicious, Benaros, almost knocked over by the force of one of the thing's blows, was able to counter with a horrific overhead swing of the longsword. This strike cleaved the thing from shoulder to groin, and it finally dropped to the floor, motionless, which you hope that it's dead, as in really dead this time. Arawak, coming up from the rear just in time, suggested that the body be destroyed immediately. Zadar, barely able to stand, was tended to while the rest of the group took the corpse back into the main chamber and tossed it into the brazier. Its dusty, mummified body was quickly engulfed in flames. The embers were popping and crackling, and sickly smoke bellowed forth from it in a nauseating cloud. Is is really burning up, man, and then it just kind of now it's just kind of it just started. First it like engulfed, really heavily engulfed, like a dry leaves, and now it's just kind of like sitting on top of the brazier, like cooking. Several other attempts were made to decipher the riddle of the stone face relief, to no avail. And frustrated, once again, Arawak and the others made their way back into the temple chamber and began to make camp. The doors, if you remember, were secured. Um, you guys actually moved the pews against the double doors because they swing inward. Um, so you were able to secure that. They were pretty heavy, but you were able to do that. And I believe you guys stated that you made a small fire. And so here we are. You guys are recovering in this room. Apparently, we're camping here. Um, and
We
the ball is in your court at this point.
we just rested. I mean, we slept already.
You have not slept already.
Uh,
In
Are we doing
fact,
watch? Mm. Um, yeah, good point. Let me see.
I should make a search for spells.
My potion is gone, and I don't have any. Oh, I have two. Yeah, my cure light wounds are gone as well. Both.
Okay, let's check. Well, let's check, I mean, what we got here in the global inventory. So let me help you with that. Zadar is the
Mm.
one who's pretty hurt. Zadar got knocked unconscious, so he's got fatigue for yeah. And the way that to speed things up with that, I would say that something like a healing potion on him and 8 hours of sleep is going to take care of that situation. But Zadar, if you could make note on your character, you do have a nasty scar across your face right now.
You mean open wound?
You got an open wound, exactly, which is gonna leave a scar. It's definitely it's a gash in your face. But yes, it is an open wound. Thank you for the correction on that. What was that, Dwayne? Um,
Yeah,
oh,
that was a
nice.
good
Yeah, it's a
roll.
nice hill. Okay, make sure to knock
Mm.
those off your inventory. Secondly, everybody go into their inventory and deplete a ration, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Remember, you can use the search. That'll make it a lot easier for you guys to find it. And if someone doesn't have one, you can. It looks like everybody has one, so Zadar, you have 3. Benaros have 7. Man, search, buddy. Search helps. 7734.
Yeah, I just depleted one. I have 3 now.
I see that. Take 1. Take 2 off Benaros. That'll put him at 5. And I'll take 1 off Airwalk. It's kind of fun. I
Yes,
know. I know what you mean, dude. It's like, it's pretty.
I cannot hear anybody.
Hey,
What
Scoot.
the hell?
Well, we can
I
hear
can
you.
see Spencer and Laura's smiling faces. Ooh, and I'm playing. Look at that. How cute.
Hey, dude.
I can't hear
Can
you
you
guys though. So I gotta figure out what the
Oh,
hell's going on
weird.
with my sound.
Sign
take
language.
your time?
So
I'm
you
glad
guys
How do
can
you're
hear
I
me
here.
talking all
I'm
kinds
just
of
glad
people
you're
on
here.
here. That's okay.
how do I
What were you?
deplete a ration?
All right,
Okay,
Tom.
well,
That's a great question, Tommy. So in your inventory,
oh,
I'm already
use
there. Just how do I?
settings.
you see the number to the left.
Yep.
You can just type in there, but an easier way to do it is just to hold down Control and use the mouse wheel.
I figured it out. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, did you know the search didn't exist in there before I actually added it to this because I got so sick of getting lost in the inventory.
I didn't get lost. I just wasn't sure how to change the number.
You will get lost when you start to get like a lot of inventory in there, it gets really unmanageable. So like you'll really like the filter when it gets like that. You guys are pretty banged up, and also I would also state that oh, this is wrong. Your armor is fucking jacked. Hold on.
Oh,
This is
nice.
interesting. It's give me a moment to fix something. Yeah, that's great, Dwayne. They're great to do that.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, welcome, man. I'm glad you could make it.
Yeah, I just got out of the shower and just got done eating, and I am fucking wasted.
Yeah, I feel you, man. This time of year does it to me. It's something in the air. It's not just the holidays. It's just this time of year, period. It just wipes me out for some reason. I don't know why, but hey, you know
No,
what's
I'm wasted from rolling for 45 minutes with other sweaty men.
that
I
Ew.
say it
sounds
like that. That
horrible.
sounds kind of weird.
That sounds that sounds horrible. You want to hear something weird?
No,
So,
Alright.
oh, that's
oh,
super weird. To AC 10 should be the worst AC you could have, right?
it is.
Yeah, this is weird. When I just know this has got to be a bug, but with leather armor, which is 9, right?
8.
Damaged.
AC 8 with leather. Leather should give you +2 to your armor class. So it should be a
It's
base of 8.
I just saw it in there. Okay. Well, either
Should be.
way, yeah, either way, it's giving
Everything's
him
fine.
either
What?
way it's
Made
giving
it.
him it's giving him an AC of 11 and 12.
Yeah, it's backwards.
Yeah.
Well, still, it
N-
shouldn't go above 10.
Shouldn't go above 10. He's not
10's like the limit.
he's not, yeah, and it was because his armor was damaged. So it was like, yeah, it's
Sounds like
so
the maths are being done wrong.
we got to keep an eye on that. Maybe, you know what? I can go in there and fix that. I fixed a few other things with this extension. That's so basically when you're using armor damage, which I'm honestly thinking about turning off and just using the one that Mike wrote, anyways. But if you're using it like we are, the worst your AC should ever be is 10. So if you see it above that from armor damage, let me know and we'll adjust that.
Agreement
And
shall we?
yeah, it just should never. It should never go above
No,
10.
I think if you're wearing janky broken armor, that should affect your dexterity bonus too, because if it's broken, it's going to be interfering with your ability to maneuver
Maybe
more so than it
that's the
would that if
reasoning.
it's well form fitting.
Maybe that's the reasoning. But I thought the hard cap was 10. That's like
Yeah,
unarmored. But I
yeah.
mean, I can see your point. I think that's kind of that's a novel idea. I mean, you're wearing
That would be a homebrew thing.
you're wearing broken busted armor. I mean, it does. Yeah, so and this armor's got to be wrong too because it's leather is 8 and it's saying 9 undamaged. So let's fix him.
Who is it? Whose armor's messed up?
Tommy's.
Brutok?
No.
Oh,
Brutau. Is that Brutau or Brutox or both?
Oh.
Bruto.
Bruto. Et tu? Bruto?
Pretty close.
too, Brute.
I see. I kept thinking it was Botox and like, this
No,
guy work in
it's
the
not
plastic
Botox.
surgery industry? Must be
I'm
rolling in the ducats.
I'm fixing your armor really quick, so bear with me.
Well, as we're going to sleep here, I just want to ask Arwak, where were you when we needed you earlier, when we were fighting?
You had no need for me. I was watching your back. Don't question me.
Don't you think you would have been more useful helping us in battle?
Well, if something would have came up behind us, don't you think that would have been more useful to know?
Not when we were dying.
Who died? I don't see anybody dead.
Zadar almost died.
Almost and dead are two different things. You spend too much time amongst humans. You have feelings. Feelings are something that are for the weak.
There we go. Fixed. It was
Alyssa just shakes her head and figures there's no use in trying to talk sense into Arwak.
Zidar, you still have your troglodyte belt. That's great. So the way when you guys are sleeping, you're gonna have to remove your armor when you sleep. But to speed things along, if an encounter does happen, I will make you take it off, but you don't need to do it. I'm just letting you know that when you go to sleep, normally the armors come off. It's kind of hard to sleep in leathers and chains and all types of other good stuff. So, but again, you don't need to go in there and unequip it every time that we rest. But if we do get in an encounter, I will ask that that it's unequipped for the encounter. But yeah, just wait until if and when there's an encounter. All right, okay, Dwayne. Sorry, you threw 2 healing potions at the human and the dwarf, and you wanted to use your healing proficiency to increase it from 1 to 3 points for the evening, correct? Very good. Okay, let's give this a roll here. You're gonna guess it's late afternoon right now. The doors, you have moved 2 of those pews against the doors. You didn't have any pitons. Am I not remembering that correctly? Did you guys spike? I don't think anybody had
No, we
spike.
just moved the
You
two.
moved
We moved
you
two
moved,
benches in front of the door.
yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. All right, so let's advance the time here and see what
Uh,
happens. First of all, who's on watch? Who's on first watch? Okay.
Alyssa can take second.
Zadar, you need uninterrupted sleep. I would
Sick.
say, I, yeah, you're pretty fucked up. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Actually, I'm gonna do this one. Well, all you can hear is the scurrying of rats. Um, Nothing comes pounding on the door. It's really quiet in here. It smells awful and musty in here, like the air hasn't been in here in hundreds of years. But luckily, nothing disturbs your sleep. Let's go the other one. Same thing. The night passes uneventful, or you think it's night. The hours pass uneventful. Nothing comes to the door and tries to beat it down. And I need to do one thing. I'm going to be a little bit nice to Zadar. You're still going to be... I don't want to hold up the game, so I'm just going to do a little bit of negative on you, but we're not going to... We're not going to do the 24-hour rule right now. It's just too much of a fucking drag weight down here. All right, so let's just do minor. Yeah, let's do this one. So Zadar, you with the healing potions, the healing spells, and all the other shit, and Loman's skill with healing in general, you feel much better today. You're not bleeding profusely anymore. You do have a deep gash in your face, and Loman, I think, could tell you that it's going to leave a pretty nasty scar. There you go. And Loman, you would also know that he was literally like one blink away from death. So you knew that by looking at him. You could tell him that if you'd like, but yeah, the Grim Reaper was at his front door. Um,
I owe you my life, Omen.
You fought valiantly, unlike the what do you call it? The Grugok or something?
yes,
Grugok.
yes.
You have
Unlike the
no
Grugok.
guys have no clue about situational awareness. Bunch of hack and slashers.
I love Airwalk. You gotta love Airwalk. All right, so like
Love to hate him.
I love him. I love him. I love him. I'm going to love to see what happens with Airwalk in the coming days. All right, Zadar. Yesterday you felt like you couldn't. Well, after the encounter, the previous afternoon, you felt like you couldn't move at all. You definitely feel like you could swing a sword today, but you are not 100%. Um, but with a little bit more time, you feel as though you could recover. You just feel a little bit stiff and a little bit weaker than usual, I should say. What is this? A freaky worthy Barrels Museum of Wonders. Nice. Um, so yeah, the ball is in your guys' court. Luckily, nothing came into this or tried to get into this room. I mean, they would have had a difficult time with the two pews that probably weigh upward 200 pounds each, wedged against the door. Um, oh, perfect. do that for you. Oh, perfect. Talissa gets 2 more.
Thank
Done.
you, Loman. Oh, I'm feeling better.
Benros is still kind of cut up. Well,
Is it the healing in addition to the herbalism that was able to do that? I have herbalism, but I don't have healing. So would I be able to do anything like that?
well, let me first reset your spells. So there's the long rest has been taken. Let me know as everybody's spells look reset, because we know how the bug goes with that. That's okay. Okay, what would you like to do? And I can help you with that if it doesn't work, because it's bugged out. It gets bugged out very easily. That's fine, Scoot. I'll see you in a second. Beautiful. And then Talissa, let's see.
I
Oh,
might
cool.
want to
So you have 3.
memorize.
Sorry, 1 sec, babe. So you
Okay.
have, so you're just loading up on Cure Light Wound is what you're doing. So
I have
3.
2 of those and a bless.
You guys are
Oh, are you
Cure.
talking to Loman?
Yeah, you guys are Cure Light Wound out. Which is probably a good idea, dude, considering where you are. Okay, feel free to do that at will. Well, what were you gonna? So, Laura, you have a Bless, 2 Cure Light Wounds, and a Fairy Fire.
Okay.
You sound pretty. I think that's a pretty good loadout for if you're asking for an opinion on it. I think that's a good. Oh, that's a great hill, man. Doesn't get any better than
Okay,
that.
I'll just leave it.
Doesn't get any better than that. Yeah. There you go, babe. I put it on combat. You know, you can switch it to combat, see how it filters out all together. Yeah, I have to keep an eye on everything, you know, because I want to just make sure it doesn't get that's why this game moves so slow, because I'm always trying to keep an eye on things and memorize what you characters have. But everything looks good. The you can, you know, you can work together as a team. It's gonna take a few minutes to move those. You guys jam those things up against the door pretty good. So just let me know what you guys are doing at this point. If you need a refresher, there is in the main room with the brazier, there is an iron door locked, which you were able to unlock. But you didn't proceed too far in because something wicked that way. There's something terrible down there, and then there's also the main hallway out from this room. So that's just a quick reminder. Oh yeah, and you have a mummified corpse, a coffer corpse cooking in the other room. I'm sure he's well done by now. You know, it's probably delicious with some barbecue sauce. I don't know where the elf is going. I guess the elf is off and running again.
Okay,
It's
well, I
unlocked.
think it's time to get out of here.
Okay.
Oh, now you're going to ask me questions instead of accusations.
I think Airwalk's hurt.
He's butthurt.
I think he is. I never thought I would see it, and it's like almost like he's gaining some type of sensitivity. That's actually a step in the right direction for Airwalk, actually, dude. Giving a shit, you know what I mean? Like he actually
Yeah,
gives a
he
shit.
cares.
Let me reset this music for you guys.
Why is this freaking door opening? Open, damn it!
Is it not opening for you guys? Did I lock
keep
it?
getting a lock.
Yeah. I forgot I got jiggy with it and locked it. That's really cool how you can do that. It is unlocked, and you guys. It took about 5 minutes for you guys to move.
To figure out how.
Yeah. Oh, one other thing. We depleted rations already. Wait, hold up, Scoot, 1 second. The Who? Okay, so Benrus has dark vision, or has infravision. Airwalk has infravision. Loman, you need a torch. Talissa, you need a torch, and Zadar, you need a torch. Correct? Okay.
Oh,
If you've
Talissa
lit
doesn't
the,
have pointy ears.
So
Human.
Loman, take away an oil.
I don't need my own torch if I'm just next to Loman, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
But
I
again,
want to go back and check out this mouth.
I'm an
See
oil
if it's
Nazi.
moved.
Oh my God, I'm an oil Nazi. So, and I have it on a reminder too. I have rations on a reminder and oil. So every time you light that thing, deplete an oil. I trust you to be honest with it. So, because it can be a fun little mini game in its own, trying to survive. We had a fun one in Scoot's game where we were like out of water, and I thought I was gonna take an easy jaunt over to the. Remember that, babe? The easy jaunt over into the
Yeah.
room turned into 3 sessions of combat where we literally got 20 feet
Yes.
trying to get they literally 20 feet.
Y'all
We
got
got
holed up
20
in that
feet.
whole area for
For
quite
Yeah,
some
it's a
time.
long
3
time. It was a
sessions.
long time.
3 sessions.
And then the skeleton horde.
Mhm. Are you coming with them? I'll move him up. He might have had to walk away for a second.
So looking in here, do I see that corpse completely burnt up?
It's smoldering, I mean, again, it's kind of doused, and ignore the actual visuals of the map, but it's kind of doused the flames a little bit, so it's more dim in there, and it's smoldering, but it hasn't completely disintegrated. No, it's not hot enough to burn it up like a crematorium, but
Benris,
it definitely is a crispy critter, though. It looks like a black charred. All the clothes are burned up. It's charred.
have you ever seen a fire that's burned as long as this fire? That
No,
that's
that's just
that's
the,
that's that's the key. If we put this fire out, we can interact with that mouth.
in
We can
all honesty.
interact with the mouth. If we burn this fire out, we can interact with the mouth.
Airwalk,
Oh my.
that's a DM. I'm gonna DM interject here and say that no, I did not. It did not occur to me that the fire, the burning length of the fire. But I will say, the brazier is gigantic, loaded with coals, and loaded
Mhm.
with wood, freshly loaded with wood, so that can burn for quite some time. So it is getting low, especially with this thing sitting on top of it and oxygen not getting to the flames. But you're gonna guess that it's got just a little bit left of life in it before it goes completely out. So
So
you can
that's not a
ignore the
clue
visual.
to getting the mouth to interact
No,
with
it's
us.
not a clue.
Damn it!
I had to do that because DM
I,
did not. Yeah, Dungeon Environs. He did not take into account the length of time the wood is
the
burning in the
knuckleheads here
brazier.
would be
Yeah,
participating in this area.
no, it's just
All right. Okay, so it
the
looks like it's going down on its own normally.
yeah.
So if we go down here, there's a door that does not have a lock, but it won't open. And I know there's probably treasure behind it.
They're heading to the
Or
western
that
door.
monster that's in that other room. Because it kind of tracks with that pit area.
Checking the door.
I mean, look at this thing. Loman, hurry up. Move those little tiny legs of yours. Jeez.
Loman, it looks like the door that you guys at first encountered when you came into this catacombs. Same type of thing, same type of door, same build. It indeed is closed and locked when you pull on it, but you're gonna guess that the there is actually a locking mechanism that you can actually reach through on the other side. So again, it's bars like this. I hope I'm describing this correctly. And it looks
Oh,
like there
it's
might be a
bars.
pan. Yeah, it's bars. And it looks like there's a panel on the other side where you would have like a, just like the one that almost identical to the door that you guys first encountered when you came into the main room down here.
Well, then I'm going to ask everybody to quiet down and I want to listen through the door for any sounds.
You can, so taking a good, I'm going to say, how long are you going to be doing this for?
Few
Like
minutes.
rudimentary? Okay.
3 minutes, 4 minutes. Just trying to hear.
Yeah.
Tuning my
So,
ears.
so every once in a while you can hear what sounds like air whipping up through there. Like there might, there's like a draft
Mm-hmm.
and you hear dripping, water dripping, and it looks, what you can see with your infravision is it looks like it goes down at a probably like a 30-degree grade
Okay.
into the darkness as far as your eye can see straight ahead. It looks damp.
Is it smell?
It smells like just earth and mold, like a cave, like a wet, like a mine shaft or a cave or just any other, wet, dank tunnel. And you got to remember too that the you would know this actually because of your race, that it kind of jibes with the direction of the lake in Orlane. It's heading in that direction down.
Okay. So you guys want to go this way? Or you want to go back through and see what the hell that thing was in the pit area?
I'd rather try this way too. I'm going back to that, whatever that thing was over there.
A fight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Perhaps
I'll
death.
Is it?
spoil it for you guys, but I had some devious machinations planned for you guys.
Mm.
Of course, around every corner. Um, okay, well, how are you going to proceed? I mean, Loman, I've told you what you see with the door. It's not opening on its own, and pulling on it's no good. Okay, are you putting your torch down on the ground for light, or are you going to hand it off to somebody?
Yeah. I'll
So,
hold it.
yeah, so reaching around the other side, you do feel what appears to be a keyhole in there, and it's on a flat iron panel. Um, Fumbling around, I mean, because even in the light, it's very awkward, kind of reaching through the bars and trying to utilize the keys. But you are able to get one in there, and you hear the audible click, and the tumbler, snaps open, and you are pretty sure that the door has been released.
Come on, Dwayne.
Benra,
Supposed to speak for Benris.
Benrus is actually, remember, he's a dwarf, so if he does have certain this is me giving you a DM hint here, he does have certain racial abilities that might be pertinent to the situation.
Like detect traps?
Well, there isn't any stonework in here. It's literally a cave. It's a tunnel. That's number one. Yeah. Also, Yeah, so there's slopes and grades and everything, right? So he's gonna say the same thing that Airwalk noticed, is that it goes down about a 30 degree grade down into the dark as far as he can see. And he's gonna, and like I was saying earlier, he's gonna say that it's heading in the direction of the lake. That's what he feels like. He feels like it's heading in that direction under. It's a little bit stuck,
Of
a
course.
little bit rusted. Go ahead, give me
Get
a
down
strength.
on it.
Strength.
How many goblins are behind on the other side of this door?
Mm.
You guys haven't encountered goblins yet, have you?
No.
So
Just
Benrus, you
troglodytes.
overkick the mark. Benrus kicks it, and the thing almost breaks out of the wall.
Wow.
And the
Way to go, Benris.
rust kind of kicks up in your face, and
Zadar nods in approval.
Benrus is, if one thing, he's very thorough when he takes care of something, right?
Yeah, big fan.
He is. You guys may proceed, and I don't have a map for this area, but we can theater the mine it. So okay, so you guys are proceeding into the tunnel together. The
Completely
torch,
pitch black.
torchlight. Yeah,
Can see
there's no
nothing.
map. There's no map. For
Oh,
this
there's no
area.
map?
No map. There's no map. Of course, you guys go to the no map area. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go theater the mine this sucker right now, and I'll give you an image here. Also, it's kind of neat that you guys are. Yeah, you can do
Shit,
that too.
I like this. This is cool.
Now, how far ahead does this go?
Well,
At a
give me a
downward
second.
slope.
Give me a second.
Dusty. It's dusty in here.
It's very narrow. You guys are gonna have to go single file.
Oh,
In
I
some
drew
pla-
it too
in
big.
some places, it's very narrow.
And we feel a draft, right? So we know that there's.
Every once in a while, a draft kicks up. Yeah.
It seems like
So,
it's leading to a exit then.
well, I'll tell you this. You guys make your way down, I would say 300, 400 feet. It's still sloping about 30 degrees. It's a steady slope.
400 feet. Holy
Yeah.
moly.
Yeah. Sloping down. Yeah. Sloping down. Yeah. So when you get you notice that there's actually like a I don't know what you call them. I guess you could just call it a vent. There's a hole in the wall, and you can feel the draft coming out from it from wherever it's coming from. But there's a small hole, probably about this size, in the wall. You get up to it, and then every once in a while, the air just whips down through it, almost like it's a chimney to the outside. That's the only one that you've noticed.
I'll
Gotten
go.
colder.
I was just going to
You're
suggest.
not gonna fit. It's like it's very small. You're not gonna fit in there.
Loman,
unless
can you
you're
fit in there?
a loaming.
Can we see in there? Like if we put a torch up to it?
You
Or
put
do
a
we want
torch in it. You put a torch inside of it, and you can see that it goes roughly straight up like that. And it's about, just like it varies in size from about like maybe 1.5 feet to that. That's all you can see.
Oh, it's a
Looks like
passage, not just
like
a
a
hole
fissure.
hole in a.
Yeah, like a chimney, like a fissure. Yeah. It looks natural to you. It looks like it's just a natural fissure in the ground. It's gotten colder and wetter. The farther that you go down, the wetter it gets. In fact, now it's starting to kind of level out around the 400-foot mark. Starting to level out, and the ceiling is profusely dripping down here.
Guess we gotta go fight the monster.
That's not what I'm not encouraging that. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what you see.
Is
It's
it a dead
tunnel.
end here?
No,
Oh, I thought
keeps
you
going.
said it was a dead end.
No, it levels out. I didn't say it was a dead end. I said it levels out. It stopped, the grade stops. It levels out, and
Yeah.
it's profusely dripping down here.
Like a cavern
snow.
beneath the lake.
Let's see if he does. Do the underground survival. It's really hard to tell. He's not sure. It's kind of disorienting, and I think possibly it's because it's been a little bit disorientating down here with all the twists and turns that you guys have made through the maze previously, and these catacombs and everything else, and trapdoors and everything else that you guys he's gotten a little bit turned around to his
Yeah, that could be bad.
Does
there is
Talissa
there is puddles on the floor too. I should mention that as well.
Okay,
It's
Talissa
gotten very
examines
muddy.
the water in the puddles and tries to determine if this is lake water, like the fresh water from the lake, or what type of water
It
it
is.
is.
It's fresh water.
Can she tell if it's the same as the lake water?
There's no way to discern that, I would think. It's just water, right? I mean, how exactly would you discern the lake water versus any other, subterranean stream?
Maybe there's some fish scales in it. You don't know.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary, but I mean, it's a noble attempt.
Yeah,
I love an
How
optimistic
about
druid.
this? How about who's got the highest wisdom in the group?
I do, I think.
Why don't you give me a wisdom in the tower?
I have a high wisdom. I have
It
17.
definitely is not Hero Walk.
No, that would be charisma. He's got the highest charisma. Oh,
Hero Walk?
yeah.
No, he does not have
Really?
the highest charisma either.
I'm being sarcastic, dude. So, it's like, I thought that was obvious, but it wasn't. I
he
poker
might have
faced it.
he might have the best comeliness.
He does, man. He's got some
He's good
qualities.
looking.
He's good looking,
That's
man.
about it. He's good
Yeah.
looking, he's strong, and he's dexterous.
Yeah.
But that's
And
it.
he's well, he's also no, that's pretty much it. I was gonna say something else. So Talissa, you definitely are feeling very confident in your in the fact that you guys are directly under the main source of water in Orlane.
Did Benris
Failed
Okay,
miserably.
I
disclose
share
to us
that.
how deep we are underground at this point?
Benrus knows. Benrus hasn't stated that he's trying to do that. That's why I brought that up earlier. Was there anything that racial? I tried to throw that bone out there, but
He might have taken off.
yeah, he
he's
says
not
he'll be back.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll just say that
Benrid sits there and thinks for a while and ponders and gets a feel and a sense for how deep underground he might be.
Yeah,
He-
again, I'm gonna.
He
Yeah,
like tastes the puddle water,
Licks the
Starts, like-
walls a little bit.
starts like rubbing his finger along the walls and the slime and shit. Yeah.
possibly 200 feet underground. So something or other.
Well, it levels out here, so we should keep going on and see if it starts grading upwards again.
That is up to you.
I feel like I'm suffocating down here.
It's definitely narrow and suffocating.
Well, at least there's a fresh draft coming through.
Well,
It's
that was
not.
one fissure that you guys passed.
But this ain't the
Better
woods.
than the other. I know, I feel you, Airwalk, that Callisto's the same way.
The sooner we
She's
get
m-
out of
she's
here,
missing.
the better.
I agree, but I feel like might be an exit or a secret entrance into something.
How far have we traveled so far? Are we still at the 400-foot mark, or have we traveled
Yeah,
past
the 400-foot mark is where it levels out, and that's where I assumed you guys had stopped to ponder your surroundings.
I say we just keep going then. If you think it's gonna
Again,
be...
these are rough estimations, you know, of how
Well, I've been
how
counting
far.
my steps.
Have you?
No.
Have you now?
I have
Okay, so what
direction
was
sense.
the?
Does that help?
Is there any other footprints?
There is no other
Ooh.
footprints down
Think
here.
about that.
Yeah, but it's
Nice,
pretty.
nice one.
Where you guys are standing right now, it's literally the floor is like an inch of water in it,
Okay.
so it's
Oh.
hard to tell. And direction sense, you have direction sense is a beautiful skill. Why don't you go ahead and roll that for me?
Beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I have that as well. How about that?
Yeah, check your guys' skills. You definitely have a strong indication you're heading south, due south.
All right, well, we're going south. Can tell that much. And we know there's a lot of water dripping from the ceiling. We're probably under the lake at this point. I'm
Perhaps
just
this is
curious.
a shortcut for someone.
Yeah.
A shortcut for the troglodytes to
side of
sneak
the
into the
lake.
city. This is probably how they got into the temple. We're probably
Probably.
going to open ourselves up into their nest, and then the slaying shall commence.
Hopefully you won't leave us high and dry this time, Airwalk.
Well, considering that it's wet down here, you might be concerned,
Oh my god,
because I don't think anybody's going to be dry.
that was actually a really good comeback. I might have to give you some experience points for that.
Look at
That was
Laura.
really
She's...
I was so pissed.
Don't encourage him.
Well,
God
this
damn
is a
it.
perfect opportunity for a murder. I mean, this is a good murder. If you wanted to murder someone and make sure that they were never found, this
And
would
now
be
you're
the
just
place.
enabling them.
No.
I have to. The DM's got to push things sometimes, you know? Slightly, just slightly sometimes.
Oh,
So what are we doing, guys? What are we
I'm
doing?
neutral good. I'm
PC on PC violence.
not. I shouldn't say that. Yeah,
What
I'm
are
not
we
gonna
doing?
murder him.
Well then,
So while we're waiting for the cave
I don't
to,
sleep much.
while we're waiting for the tunnel to collapse, what are we doing,
Oh.
guys? Going south or are we going back?
South.
Which way are
I
we
want to
going?
go. I vote south, but what do you guys want to do?
Party
We can see
consensus.
if the floor gets any deeper, if the water gets any deeper, for maybe like another 100 yards or so.
I think we're gonna have to swim through something.
So proceeding up, the water surprisingly doesn't get deeper. It pretty much stays about the same. I mean, in some places it's a little deeper than others, but you're not talking anything above, ankle high. So, and that's moving up another 100 yards, and you haven't gone back up yet. It's still just flat. Still walking a flat, dark tunnel. And I'm going to say that at least 15 minutes of dicking around has gone by.
I say we just keep walking until we
Can't.
are deterred somehow.
I'm in.
All right, so is that the consensus? Everybody going to go forward? Airwalk, do you have any objections?
Nope.
Nope, no objections. Okay, we're heading down the tunnel, pitch black, kind of fucked up in here, man. I mean, in some places you could walk abreast, maybe two abreast, but in most places it's single file. It was definitely man-made. Um, it's muddy.
Wait. No. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Man-made or
it,
troglodyte made?
well, when I say man-made, what I'm saying is dug out. Somebody dug this out.
Trying to get a clue.
You're not getting a clue. It's just dug out.
Nature doesn't build in straight lines.
It doesn't. That's the perfect line, man. I love that line. Nature does not build in straight lines. You, well, eventually, I mean, again, it's disorientating down here, but eventually you get to where it starts to grade up slightly, like a 20 degrees. At this point, the water is no longer no longer pooling on the floor, and the farther
Oh,
that
so we
you
are
proceed,
high and dry then.
you're high and dry.
Okay.
So the
Go on.
farther that
Now
you,
I'm gonna leave you.
so so the so the farther that you proceed, the farther that you proceed up the tunnel, the less the walls become damp, the less dripping on your head, the more just it's less damp and cool in general that it gets. But so this goes on for a little while, probably a couple 100 yards, and then it levels out again, and it snakes off to the right. So it does like kind of veers off to the right. So you're heading south, you're doing
Go
one of
to
these
the
things.
west.
To the west, correct. And it's still just a long, dark tunnel at this point, even at the point where it veers to the west. You certainly have, and in fact, you've been down here for a good 30 minutes, so in total, not since the last time. Well, he already had guessed before that you were roughly about 200 feet beneath the ground. It's gonna say that you've probably gone up about, and not more than 100 feet up. You've ascended up again. Probably less than that. Probably more like 50 feet up. So, yeah, something around that. It's still going.
Yeah.
Okay, you proceed again, and it starts to rise again. It's even drier and even warmer now than it was before. You're gonna get Benros at this point is gonna guess that you're probably maybe at most, it seems like you're maybe about 50 feet beneath the ground. And finally, you come to what looks like a door in just put into the side of the or not a door, but what do you call it? Remember the curtain that you guys had found before that was covered in mud that was kind of made to look like the side of the wall? Yeah, that. You see one of those. So a curtain
At the end of the passage or off the passage?
at the end of the passage. There has been no branching whatsoever that you have seen from any of you. And I know some of you are good at sensing concealed and secret doors just innately. But nothing has caught the attention of anyone in the party.
Airwalk steps up to the curtain quietly, looks back at everybody, puts his finger over his mouth as to say shh, and then listens.
You don't hear anything, but you do smell what smells a smell that you've become familiar with, which is carrion.
Sounds like something tasty on the other side of this curtain.
Well, should we take
We
a
got
peek?
2 heavy hitters, got armor on. Let's push. Let's Fenris and Zadar front and center.
Yeah, I unsheath my longsword
Make
quietly,
sure they can see. Make sure they can see your belt.
very quietly,
Okay, 1 second.
and stick my belt out. I have the glowing dagger, and I have the glowing longsword. That is, if they're
Yeah.
still glowing. I was gonna
Yeah,
ask
they
that.
are. They are.
Glowing dagger. Oh.
Yeah, that's how Loman actually, well, I'll let him tell you that. But yeah, you did find a dagger that they both give off a very faint, dim glow. Both of those weapons.
Nice.
Some magic items won't, some will.
And
These ones,
Zadar looks to have become quite fond of these items.
nice.
Yeah,
So,
Got ourselves a loot whore.
so,
good.
so looking at this curtain, it looks heavily caked in mud. It's kind of made to look like the side of the wall. But as you were you pulling it back?
I'm
Okay.
approaching it,
Okay, you've approached it.
and I have a torch, correct? In one hand?
Loman has the torch, I
Okay.
believe. Correct, Loman? Okay. It is pitch black in here for some of you guys without, and obviously Airwalk's improvision and Benaros' improvision is out of commission while the torch is in proximity. Okay.
Yeah, ready.
Okay. Pulling back this curtain, a waft of like just the foul carrion smell hits you. In the torchlight, the first thing you see is a pile of bones. So I'm gonna actually I'll put you guys in here because you'll all be able to see this from the curtain being pulled alongside. So just give me a moment to drop this on here.
Thank you for improvising this, man.
Oh no, it's fine, dude. Totally fine. I love it. We'll take you guys off the other map too in a minute. Just drop this in here. Okay, that should do it actually, I think. You guys, okay, let's share this. Sharing record. You guys able to all see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Since it's a little bit cramped, you know, again, not necessarily, you know, just describe to me where you guys are in relation to each other. We don't need to worry too much about the placement right now.
I guess we just would have been coming from the north.
Okay. So Benaris and Zadar. Here, let me do it.
Yeah.
Does that look about good to you guys?
Mm.
You know, I'm actually gonna shrink the scale of this a little bit, or have you clicked on your token?
Then you won't see anything.
You see now?
Yes.
Okay.
Whoa.
So we
Whoa.
went west and then north.
Spoiler there.
Spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
I don't know why you guys can't see sometimes when there's hold on, Tommy, 1 second.
You're fine.
Masking, maybe?
I don't know.
I always had problems with masking.
I'm not using masking. I've never used it. That's why I don't understand. I use a light filter. You know what I think it is? It's this.
The light filtering.
How's
Yeah,
that?
that's what I would expect to see on a map.
Yeah, I mean, on my monitor, that dark blue, like I can see.
The
Like I
gradient is
totally see. I've
what you
logged in
want,
as a
yeah.
player. Yeah, it's just, I guess it's just too dark for, yeah.
Well, I could see when you had it on the dark blue when I have Airwalk selected.
Yeah. All right.
It wasn't as
So
bad as that other map.
yeah, it's just the adjust colors. I tried to make the colors a little bit more atmospheric. I guess I could do this.
See, I can see fine in that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make it a little bit brighter.
But once you get torch into it, doesn't really.
Yeah, fuck this. I'm not gonna. It's again. It's so dependent too on. Here. All right. Sorry, Tom. Okay. First of all, Tommy, what were you saying?
Just what direction we came from because we were heading south.
You were
And
heading
then
west.
west.
You were heading west. Yeah, west, and let's
Okay.
just say.
So
Let's
now we're
just
kind of heading
say.
north.
Yeah, let's just
Okay.
say. Why is this? Okay, let's just say you guys popped out right here. Can everybody see that?
Yeah, I forgot
That's
we were heading
Mhm.
north.
that's where the curtain is along the wall right there. So I'd like to change the size of this a little bit, this map, because fuck it, we're just gonna leave it. But yeah, you've popped out. There's bones all over the place in here. It smells like death, literally, in here. It's that smell. In fact, it's the smell that you guys have become kind of familiar with.
Is one we know and love.
One you know and love. The room, let's see, what is the room? The room is about a 20 by 20. It's like a 15 by 15, roughly hewn cave-like room that you're in with a single portal to the north end. So it looks like it opens up right there. It's pitch dark in here. The only thing that you can hear, in fact, is the crackling of the torch.
Not sure what we're gonna find up here, but I think we should proceed.
Okay, okay, one moment.
I like that it's
Probably
dry.
nothing good.
It's dry in here.
Yeah.
It's dry.
Optimistic.
Yeah, you got to be
Looking
positive
on the
about
bright
things.
looking on the bright side.
Yep.
Sunny
Okay.
side.
Blah blah blah. Here, we're gonna do this.
It is nice not to be standing in water.
I'm
Foot of
surprised.
water.
You guys, it was brave of you guys.
I think it was not as brave as if we went and fought that whatever the fuck it was.
It reminds me of Super Metroid when you pass through the water area.
Oh yeah, forgot about that shit. It was such a cool game. I loved that game.
Man, I haven't heard mention of that game in a long time.
Super
Yeah.
Metroid's the real deal, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I'm resetting the Fog of War on this. Is there a way to mass reset Fog of War for everybody? I thought there was.
I thought there was too.
And my brain went
Yeah.
dead. So I
There's just this click on your character bug. If you click on your character, you can see everything regardless of Fog of War. If you click again, it comes back. So it's like,
it's player vision. It's party vision. 1 second.
yeah. So if you just,
yeah, it's party vision.
so it's kind of up to our control, really.
Yeah, well, you guys can actually control each other's characters. That's
But
why it does that.
I have a complete Fog of War right now.
Yeah, I just reset
Besides this room, yeah.
Yeah,
But it
I
always
just-
was there.
Yeah. So here we go. We're gonna do this. One moment. I'm just fixing it, and then we'll get going.
I just wanted to see if it like lit up that small area right there. If I moved.
Oh, it will.
Cool.
Loman's still got the torch on, right? Let's see. Okay, I deleted the old one. Killing oil.
Torch? Using torches or lantern?
He's using torch.
Using oil and a torch?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well,
I'm
don't
really
you have to
confused.
don't you have to douse it in
A
oil?
little bit, but not like a whole flask.
The torches are just
All right,
Yeah, you
we're
don't
getting
need-
way too. Yeah, all right. So yeah, don't worry about it then, Loman. That's right. For some reason, I don't know why, but
lanterns.
I know it uses that shit when the doesn't it use it with the automation in that one plugin? It like eats it up every time a torch goes out. Pretty sure it does, man.
Shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. But it's fine. It makes sense. I mean, I would say a little bit of oil, right, on the edge of the torch, right?
Well,
In order to
the torches you make them
Mhm. So
with like a sap. It's a sap.
okay, well that makes sense then. Yeah, well that's good to know. That's a good to know technical thing right there. So yeah, if you guys are out of oil, you could improvise that. It makes sense too, because if you're out of oil,
There are torch building instructions in Wilderness Adventures or Dungeoneer's Survival Guide, maybe.
that's a cool book. I wish I had that book in here. I love that book.
I'm actually gonna work to modularize that too. I'll send you a copy.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that'd be great. I sent you something that should excite you.
Oh, I am very excited. You don't know how excited I am for that.
Yeah.
You have just saved me
Yeah.
an infinite amount of time.
Yeah. I figured that would make you
With
happy.
that note.
Yeah. So the all right, guys, I'm ready to rock and roll. So what are we doing here? Just tell me all the intentions here. You don't hear anything yet, but you do see it open up. Torchlights dancing all over the walls. What are we doing?
Out of character. Should
So
arrow walk run down the hallway as fast as possible?
Oh my God.
Do we hear anything?
Streaking
Not here.
naked?
You do not hear anything, Tommy. You do not hear
Any-
anything.
Any footprints on the floor? Any tracks?
Looks like shambling. When you guys came in, I'll be
Shambling
nice.
mounds?
It looks like shambling footsteps all over the place in here, human size.
What type of footsteps?
Big as a human, not any bigger. Humanoid.
So not troglodyte?
Not like
They
barefoot,
don't
but
look
like booted.
troglodyte.
Okay.
Not booted, barefooted. They don't look troglodyte. Humanoid.
Humanoid, barefooted. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Uh,
How much
Yeah,
time
Sentinel.
do we have? Out of curiosity.
playtime
Party.
or
I'm asking. I'm asking Airwalk asked party, how much time do we have? How much time you want to spend trying to figure out what these footprints are? Spend
Oh,
5 minutes trying to investigate them.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were done with the footprints.
Okay, never mind that.
A few minutes is
Oh, to find out what type of humanoid.
sufficient, right? Yeah, we all check the footprints for, you know, I don't know, a few minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
You're all looking at the footprints right now.
Zadar
Okay.
moves to kind of guard the inlet here while you guys do that.
Okay. Zadari moving up. Is anybody going with him with light?
I mean, slightly, like right
Okay.
there.
You can guys, you two can stand side by side in that opening right there. You don't hear anything. You see that it's a tunnel that runs from left to right and branches off in both directions.
Oh, wait.
Give me a wisdom in the tower. Anyone with the highest wisdom.
Not it.
I have 17.
I believe that's going to be Talissa.
What are you rolling for?
She's looking
You
at the
want
prints on the ground.
Oh, French.
Oh, I was going to say I could use my tracking skill.
You can use tracking. Just speak up if you have the skill for sure. You can give me a tracking. In fact, oh yeah, like it doesn't get any better than that. So, you see that, Scoot?
Yeah.
Doesn't get any better than that, dude.
No.
Oh, wow.
So, the general gait of what you're looking at and the mindless nature of the, the prints all over the place, you're gonna guess some type of undead, especially the
Oh,
smell of some of the footprints. Some type of undead, possibly ghoul, maybe zombie, something that you guys have encountered before. I'm gonna unlock this. Just don't go too far because the
sorry.
movements are getting
There's
crazy.
Lily did that.
No,
gas
it's
Yeah.
fine.
ghouls. All kinds of undead through here.
Zadar looks worried.
That didn't take you
Loman.
too long to do that.
Loman, prepare your holy symbol. You've got some turning ahead of you. Perhaps your faith wanes.
Give me a surprise check, everybody.
First and foremost, I failed that, so I don't get a bonus for surprise.
Would that, I'm just curious, would that, if you were actively doing something else, would you still be able to use the alertness? I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say like,
It's an instinct.
Depends on what it is, I guess.
It's
but
so
it's
if
a
you read
skill
it
though.
as written, it's an instinct. So it's instinctively notice
Okay.
and recognize signs of a disturbance in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Just kind of weird
You have to
because I mean,
spend points on it, so yeah.
yeah, that's true. All right. So
Surprise.
let's see.
Of course.
I can't believe it, man. I can't
I
believe
always
that shit.
roll surprise.
I can't believe that shit.
It's
Elves
bullshit.
never are surprised, man. And it's like, wow.
I'm always surprised.
Wow.
Fuck this
Arma.
guy, dude. I'm running him into the first spiked wall I see.
I'll make one for you. All right. So I have to terminate that. So this is what you see, Zadar. Well, first of all,
I'm
you
so far
hear
back I wouldn't know what's going on anyway.
you do hear a hissing sound and just like a gurgling, horrid, growling sound. And Zadar, in the torchlight, you can actually see a hunched over humanoid. It doesn't move like a zombie. It's moving pretty fast.
Oh no.
And it's baring its teeth. It looks like it's got razor. You can see the razor sharp teeth in the torchlight, and it's looking
Cool.
right at you, and it's beelining it for you. So luckily, you are able to react this round. Let's see. Talissa, you are surprised. Airwalk is surprised. Benrus, Zadar, and Loman, you are not. So give me intentions.
So me and
And
Talissa were like looking at these tracks a little too closely.
that makes
Mhm.
sense. It makes sense
Yeah.
too. That it honestly, wasn't quite sure if
True.
I wanted to allow the roll though, but it makes sense. That's why I asked. Like, would it matter? You know, like if you guys were engaged. I guess it's DM discretion. I guess.
It's like the spider sense.
Yeah, yeah, but you were
Spider-Man could
like,
be talking to someone.
I get it, and I see that point too, but I can also see like if you're fully focused on something else, like you're investigating tracks on the floor, you know, and like really have your attention set on something. I don't know. It's one of those things where I guess it just depends on the situation, really. It's not sage advice. You got that cool sight, that's like the coolest
Right?
shit I've ever seen, man. Like I couldn't
Dude,
believe that shit.
dude,
That was
I've been going. I have a PDF of all of that, and I was always,
no
man, I
more.
wish it was easier searchable. And like,
No
dude,
more.
this dude just posted this like 2 days ago. I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck, I gotta share
oh,
this.
it's new? It's brand new? He just
This
did
is
the
he
project?
just built this project. Yeah, it's in a Git repo. So I've, in case it
I
ever
saw
goes
that.
away, I've cloned it.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
forked
you
it off of my
definitely should
own,
clone it.
so
Yeah,
I can.
yeah, no, that was a good idea to clone it. All right, guys, bringing it back. Zadar, you see this horde thing, you know from experience that this is what is probably a ghoul of some type. You know.
I don't know if I'm like stuck in the wall, but I can't see where it is.
Here. How's that? That better?
I just see like darkness beyond like where I'm at, which would make sense, I guess. Okay, now I see it.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably a little tight. Let's shrink your tokens a little bit. Guys, shrink your
Yeah.
tokens a little bit, guys. It's a little bit too tight in here.
Oh shit, how do you do that?
You just hold down
It's,
control.
Oh, so you don't need to resize the map then?
No.
What?
Wait.
it's that sexy face.
It's an
Oh my
enlarge
god.
spell.
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
And
it's an
he's
enlarge
70 feet
spell.
above the ground.
All right. That's a little too small there, buddy. He's
It'd be cool if it
casting.
gave you like a percentage or something.
It would, yeah. One way you can do it is you just rescale the map, and it would be better. But I just
Yeah.
You have to drop the tokens back on.
I know. I didn't want to fuck with it. Yeah. All right, guys. So Zadar, you see this thing? It's definitely locked onto you. What is your intention and initiative there, buddy?
Other hand on the hilt of this longsword, and
I believe I fixed that for you too. I actually added it to your. You know instinctively as a fighter, this blade is just of fine quality.
I'd take a couple half run, half walking steps to here to kind of hold off the hallway.
So you can't break up your actions, but what are you trying to do? You're
Oh,
trying
we're
to
just
stay.
doing. We haven't rolled initiative yet. Then.
You haven't rolled initiative yet. Yeah, I'm just
Okay,
asking
that's
you
it.
what. So what do you want to do?
Just to kind of move forward a little bit and
An attack if you
not
need.
necessarily move to him because I can't see that far. I
Right.
don't want to
So
like run into the dark.
move up, and if you have to defend yourself, defend yourself.
Moving
Is
up
that
enough to try and defend the hallway going back to the party.
okay? Go ahead and give me an initiative with
Passage.
longsword. Yeah, I get it. Go ahead and give me an initiative with the longsword. Loman. Loman, you can actually see this too. So you're gonna step. So you're gonna step out. Okay, give me a flat initiative for that. Benrus. He doesn't know what's going on, so is that all you're doing, Loman? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm saying Benrus doesn't know what's going on. I was giving a friendly hint right there. Okay, what's Benrus doing? Okay, go ahead and roll that. Loman, you are up first, my friend. You actually can get out, you step out into the hallway, and you have your holy symbol in hand. Okay. Looks like there's 2 of them.
Oh shit.
Surprise.
Here, it's because it's just tight. That's why. How's that? Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll. No, I can target for you here. There you go. Yep. Nothing is turned.
Ah.
My
Oh.
God, dude.
You
Well,
God
that's what
has
you get for
forsaken
multi-classing.
you.
That's what you get for multi-classing. No, it's fine, dude. It
Yeah.
happens. It's just low
Yuck.
level.
How
It's
does a
just low level.
cleric know when it doesn't work that there's just no effect whatsoever?
It know it knows because this right here. That's a great question. But Loman, this thing
But they
runs.
don't like sense it, they just don't get the effect.
They just
Correct.
well, yes, a few things can happen too. It's hold on. Why is this not giving me the distance?
I can ask
Hold
you guys
Alt.
about it after.
Hold Alt.
Why is what the fuck is going on? Why do you have? Is it always been that way? Has it always
No.
been that way?
Yes, it is always that way.
What the
Yeah, you have to hold like Alt, or else you
dude?
get to just free move.
Yeah, and I gotta turn off the grid too because it's driving me nuts on this map. So one sec.
Yeah, grids drive me nuts too. Oh
I never
gosh.
use them. It's just
Same.
I never use the grid, but I don't know why it's on for this map. I wasn't prepared to run this area, but
It's fun
all
though.
right. Yeah, it's
Doing
fun.
great.
All right, so snap the
Don't
grid
worry about it,
off.
dude. Take your time.
Yeah, for
All
real.
right, so Loman, there we go. That is much better. Okay, Loman. Unfortunately, when you hold this thing up, it looks like it wants to shove it up your ass, and runs down the hall.
Ouch. Poor
It runs
guy.
down the hall, and it literally takes a bite out of you. Tries to take a bite out of you. Well, first it's gonna swipe.
Is he crying?
He's not.
Is that what was
This.
the dog's name? MacGuffin?
Oh my God. Bite. Loman, you get raked. You get raked,
Oh shit.
Oh my.
and
We gotta get
Oh,
Loman
there's
out of there.
and then yeah, and there's still one more joyful thing to happen.
paralyzation.
Yeah.
Oops.
Not. You know what? Would reaction adjustment apply to this as a dodgeable effect? I'm gonna say yes.
No, because he's already been hit. He's been
Okay.
hit, even if it does no
All right.
damage.
Okay. Okay. I was trying to be nice, but you guys convinced me to wipe out the character, so
Yes, that's the job of the. That's the point of the game.
failed your saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh, he saved.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I must have clicked it twice. So, Loman, it rakes at you. You save.
Oh,
You are standing there dumbfounded
wait.
with the ghoul in your face. So, at which point, second ghoul comes running down the hall.
So he's
That
not paralyzed?
he's not paralyzed.
Oh.
Second ghoul comes running down the hall. Tries to make its way around, but this one's kind of shifting back and forth, attacking. It can't get around to you. Zidar.
Same thing. Just going in.
You know
Now I
what,
roll
Loman? I see two saves here. One, I must have clicked it twice. You are paralyzed. I don't know why it didn't. Oh, I know why. Here, I know why. Let me back this up.
Can a player like pick up a paralyzed person and toss them out of the way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
sure can.
Okay. Especially Loman because he's small. It seems like we
All
should be
right,
able to.
Zidar, you are up.
um can I tell that Benris is like paralyzed?
What you saw was this
Loman.
horrid ghoul just
Chomp.
wreck this little gnome, and now he's standing there. For some reason, he's not moving. He's just standing up straight. He's not moving.
I mean, I know I was headed that direction. Do I have time
You can attempt
to
to get him
like
out of the way.
get in between them, or maybe like kind of give him a shoulder as I go in for an
So you
attack, or
want
is
to,
that a bit
so
much?
basically what you want to do is you want to run up and try to kick him out of the way
Not
and
necessarily
engage.
kick, just kind of
You want,
charge through him on my way to the zombie, but
you can do that.
or
Give me a
ghoul. Sorry,
you can do that. Give me a
like
dex
just
check.
bull rush.
Yeah, give me a dex, and I'm also going to do something else too to see if this thing, yeah, give me a dex check on that. Just do it in the tower. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna say that you can push him over a little bit, but give me him one moment here.
Is that too 5e?
No, not really,
So is he going to be
because
able to get an attack after that? Doing that?
no,
That's what I'm
no,
at. That's what I kind of mean.
no.
Yeah, but I can get in that position, basically, kind of
You
take
can
his
get in that
spot.
position. Yeah,
Yeah, that's always a struggle
I mean,
with
it's
declared
not.
actions. It's
Yeah,
I always side to yeah, I'm going to allow it. It's just a
save it for
It's a wide.
5e.
Well, no, it's a wide enough hallway too, man. It's like I said, this map isn't scaled perfectly. It's wide enough for him to stand abreast with him. So I'm gonna say, I mean, he's standing in the middle right there, but I'm gonna say he's kind of pushed him out of harm's way a little bit. We'll just go. Let's just run with it. Again, this
I mean,
map's not even prepped.
yeah, it
What?
makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, if you saw him paralyzed and he's just a little gnome,
Mm-hmm.
you could push him out of the way.
Benros, you see
Yeah,
Zidar running
I booty
by.
pump him.
You see the gnome kind of, well, when the gnome's on his ass, he's fallen over stiff on the ground right there. He's not standing up. He's just fallen over right here on the
Mm.
ground. Benrus, you can see this. You see the fighter run down the hallway. You can't really, you do see some arms raking out from around the corner, but you can't see what they are attached to. Very good. You can do that. Where are you pulling him to? All right, that's your action right there. So you ran up and pull him back there like that. You want to switch spots with him? Is that what you're telling? Well, are you moving him away or? Yeah, it's you're not going to be able to do that all in the same round. So you're just getting him out of the way and you want to relocate to where he was? You can't. You're not going to be able to throw him over there. You can pull him out of the way if you want to do that. Yeah. So you're going to rush across the room. You can pull him. There you go. At this point, Talissa and Arawak have regained their wits. You know that your allies are in trouble. So again, just state what you guys would like to do and give an initiative on this. This is the top of. It's actually round 2.
Hmm. Is there anything to cure the paralyzation? I don't know how that works.
Nope.
Um, what if he's paralyzed and his hit points are? Can he regain hit points though? Like
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
I were
that's
to
a rough
cure.
one.
He
Yeah.
can be healed. I mean, there's nothing to stop him from being healed, but he's not going to be moving for quite a while.
Yeah. You don't have. We don't have the. We're not level enough to have remove paralysis. We
Hmm.
need to be like what, 5th or 6th level for that,
Yep.
Oh,
something like that. So
well, that sucks.
nothing in our
Okay,
disposal. He's going to be paralyzed for a few hours.
we're, we're gonna be carrying him around basically.
Thank God he's
This
light.
priest needs a priest.
Uh,
Right.
It's
Oh,
7 rounds. It's not a few hours. It's 7 rounds. I gave it away, but it's around. It's not hours of
oh,
being paralyzed.
and
oh.
now,
What am I
Yeah,
thinking of then?
I don't know,
I think
but yeah,
I
I don't either.
it's still rough. I mean, that's pretty much you're out the entire combat. It's kind of frustrating with paralyzed, but it's not definitely. What were you gonna say, babe? Before you move,
Talissa wants.
remember, you guys just have to
I know.
state your
I
actions and
sorry.
roll. Yeah, keep
Talissa
seeing that.
wants
And
to run up to that, run north and get kind of behind Sidar,
mm-hmm.
and she would like to use her sling.
You can do that. Go ahead and roll with your sling. You're gonna have a
Okay.
single shot with it though. Okay, Zadar, what are you doing? I'm gonna take it you're gonna be fending this asshole off with that beautiful new sword of yours.
Big swing.
Okay, go ahead and roll that up. Oh my god, dude.
Attack,
Loman,
right?
uh,
The
no,
initiative.
initiative.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Benaros. Well, he is doing something. He's standing there with his eyes wide open, flat on the like this, and seeing all this shit go on and not being able to do anything about it. Quite horrifying. Benaros, you can get side by side with Zidar and do that. That's what I was trying to say. The map isn't really calibrated the way that I would like it, so just ask what you want to do and I'll tell you if you can get there. Airwalk, you definitely know that the game is afoot up in front of
Airwalk
you.
is going to move into the hallway alongside Talissa and just start peppering shit with his arrows.
That sounds good. Go ahead and roll. You have a you have a short bow, correct? Or a long, or is it a long bow?
I have a
Short. You have short bow.
yeah, I've got a short bow. Yeah.
For some reason, I thought you had a long bow, but
So
that's
now I
okay.
roll high. God.
I can't believe the surprise luck with you, dude. That is like, wow. It actually makes me happy because elves never get surprised. So it tells me that, anything can happen.
Yeah. Anything.
Loman, you are staring on in horror as the ghoul nearest you takes a swing at our friend. Takes a
Well, I
swing
was
at our
right in
friend.
saying moving up alongside Talissa because Talissa will have been there for a while by the time I get there.
Yeah. Takes a swing at our friend here. It's gonna be ugly. Hits. I'm doing it fast motion, by the way. Hit. And I'll describe it later. Hoo, hoo, hoo. All right. Zidar, you get raked twice in the face, bit, it misses you with the bite, you hit, and you feel your body just go stiff. At which point
He's
you're
spraying.
standing at which point you're standing there with your sword in your hand, like a dick in your hand. Venerous. There you go. Get right there. Let me size you so it's easier for you. How's that? It's more like this. This is there you go. Swing away, my friend. That is a beautiful hit. So this thing cleaves it right across the chest, and you see it wince. Well, this friend is trying to get around the other side. It's a little bit more narrow, and this right there, it cannot get around. Talissa kind of like bottlenecks, like in this area right here. Was that? There you go. You are up there. You can turn and face and pepper to your heart's content. We have two paralyzed allies. Can you see your target really good? I can't hear you, babe. You're muted. Laura, you're muted. Can
What?
anybody hear Laura?
Negative.
No. What hit her?
Hold on.
Nothing.
Oh.
Now you were muted, babe. What were you saying?
Can't hear her.
I can't hear you at all. Technical problems, guys.
No problem. No problem. She's not muted on Discord, but
Oh, the cat did it. What she did. Yeah, let me go fix it for her. I'll be right back.
Technical support.
Yeah, technical support, man. Hold on.
Okay, I got it.
Welcome back.
Yeah, Lily stepped on the little F8 button.
She's hungry.
Oh, jeez.
I'm hungry. I'm starting to feel like I should have eaten before we played, babe. Like
I'll make you
I'm
some
getting the brain.
avocado on
I'm
bread on
starting to get
toast
brain
like that.
dead again,
Okay,
and I
I'll give you
hate.
some. I'll give you something. Hold
No,
on.
just
Let me
wait.
kill
Just
this.
wait. We're gonna go for a little bit while. It's a shorter game tonight, anyways. But I'm getting
I'm
that
trying to.
like my brain is locking up again, and it's from not eating.
I'm targeting this
Okay,
guy.
yeah, go ahead and target him. There you go.
Oh, wrong one. I was trying to do the one in the back.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
wait, yeah, yeah,
Yep, correct.
exactly. So
Okay, go ahead and
that
clear
one.
your target.
Ooh, here we
No,
go.
it's the other one.
Ah, keep doing the wrong one.
It's all right. You want me to do it
Gotta
for you?
love it.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and give that roll.
Okay. The linging. This guy. And missing.
And it
Ah,
swings wide, and you hear it hit the wall. Airwalk.
Yeah. Oh man, let me shrink my guy. Airwalk runs up to here.
Hmm.
No, not down there. Up there.
Okay. There you go. You
Draws
did
his
it.
bow at the one that's right in front of everybody and has paralyzed his friends.
Hmm.
And launches an arrow.
Okay. 1 second.
nice.
That one lands on target. Shot in the melee, but you missed your friends, luckily. So that arrow goes right through the shoulder blade of this thing. Again, it seems like it hit right where Benros hit it. Luckily, you missed your buddies there. There was a 2 in 3 chance that you were going to hit your buddies, and you actually managed to avoid hitting your friends with that shot. That was a spectacular shot. Does that conclude
It
your
would have been
turn?
their fault for getting in the way of the arrow.
Right, even though they're paralyzed, right. I get it. That's Airwalk logic right there. It
Well,
makes sense.
if they're
I
paralyzed,
might
they're not
even
in melee.
I might even give you experience points just for playing it like that, man. I'm serious because he's an asshole. He's an asshole. Like so,
It's
Talissa
not
looks
about
surprised he's even
consequences.
helping.
It's
Yeah.
about results.
yeah, he's an asshole, and I love it. All right. So again, does that conclude your turn? You can't. You can still do something else. You can yell out a pithy comeback if you'd like.
A pithy comeback to who?
Yeah. Plus, you're
To who?
facing backwards. So here, let me fix that for you. I
I'm
don't know
facing
how you
forward.
made that arrow shot over your head
My,
like
my
that.
my pointer's pointing that direction, or did you move
What
it?
I moved it.
Oh, you're so
Let's.
sweet.
I know you were facing this way, so I'm just gonna take that as you literally shot over your head with that
I was
short
doing
bow.
one of
There it
these
is.
little. Yep, I had a mirror.
Yeah.
I was looking in Talissa's eyes, and I saw
Hmm.
the right angle and the glow of the creature off of her eyes, and
Well, it is a minute-long combat round, so I mean,
had plenty of
anything
time
can
for all
happen.
of this.
Anything can
This
happen
is
in a
no
minute
time to
long.
mess around.
There's no time. There's plenty of time to mess around. Apparently, according to Steve Winter, there's plenty of time to mess around to make it theatrical. You know, one minute
So,
combat rounds.
so you gonna dang it?
Yeah, it's the top of the third round. We
Why do I
have.
have an initiative roll already?
I don't know. What does that have to do with it?
What's I gotta do? Yeah, darn it! I wanted to get my second arrow shot off with
You
it.
didn't. Well, you moved, right? You moved up.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you
I
ran
thought
up.
that
Yeah.
Talissa dragged me along with her, kicking and
No, no, no,
screaming, so
No.
I wouldn't leave you guys high and dry.
no. You moved up.
No.
So, Loman, you are paralyzed. That's a flat arrow walk. Is that your initiative from last round? You can re-roll that again. Just hold it down and
Oh,
re-roll
I'll
that.
only do worse.
Just yeah, okay. If you want to keep it, that's fine. Everybody's
Oh,
still
I
doing
get
the same
one
thing.
better.
Yeah, you are great at that. Zadar, go ahead and give me a flat initiative, and Ben Russ, give me. There you go.
Gosh.
Just a regular initiative, Tommy. I'm sorry you're paralyzed, but it happens. It's 2E.
Bring it.
That doesn't
It's
happen in 5e.
it's just, well, 2e. I'm just making a point that 2e can just be
Happens more often in 2E, maybe.
spectacularly brutal. Yeah, spectacularly brutal. Sometimes people are sitting out the entire game. It is what it is. Okay, that's are at the top of the round. You're standing there, poor with just all you can think of is how frustrated you are that you couldn't use your beautiful new blade, and this asshole that did this to you standing right in front of you, and you can't do a fucking thing about it.
Well, he's getting pincushioned by
And then
Airwalk, so
on the heels of that, taking another swipe at you. God, I am just on fire. What is your
Oh, man.
AC, Tommy? Let's see here. I don't think he's got leather. Yeah, and he's also got leather too.
paralyzed, no dexterity bonus.
Yep. It's pretty bad.
Hmm.
This might be a kill.
Oh.
Nah.
Oh my god, dude.
2, 1.
And you got lucky with that, man. It raked you twice, so you can't be paralyzed any more than you're already paralyzed. Loman, you're standing there like a bump on a log. This thing is trying. There you go. This guy, this
Well, he hasn't helped you out this far. Fuck.
oh, dude,
Right
that's
time to
brutal.
switch deities.
I
That's
think. I
brutal.
think.
That's brutal. Brutal comeback, dude. Alyssa, you are up.
Am I still targeting this guy?
You are,
Back.
and luckily it's
Okay.
bottlenecked right there where that ghoul can't get out into his asshole friend standing in front of him, blocking him.
Oh, I'm just
Delay,
not on target.
delay.
Not on target.
Benrus, it's up to you, buddy. Oh, beautiful hit.
Oh.
Beautiful hit. And the side of the head dropping. So that's a decap.
Nice.
You just decapitated this thing, and this is your 2 attack round, buddy. Remember that? Yeah. Thank God the DM remembered that for you, right? Go ahead and delay. Let's see what the asshole does this round. Airwalk.
Oh my
Airwalk,
god.
what are you doing?
Airwalk's gonna aim his bow at the ghoul ghast.
Ah!
I love it, man.
Cool.
At the ghoul ghast.
All right, luckily this thing's about 10 feet away. Can you
This
actually
time he
see the
doesn't have to
name?
work. This
Can
time
you
he
actually
doesn't.
wait?
Yeah.
Can you actually see that that's a ghast?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it needs to be in
Yeah.
parentheses. Yeah, it wasn't
So
prepped. Dropped it right on.
so
I usually put that in the parentheses so you can't see.
so Airwalk, knowing that now Benris and Zadar can't step in front of his arrow and get pincushion.
Where is that? I would love to know how to do that. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna definitely make use of that. I love that.
All right.
Thank you,
Melissa's taking
Dwayne.
her
Sorry,
second
Airwalk.
shot.
What Airwalk, did you miss? My God. Delay for your second shot. You did. Talissa, you
Oh
are
shit. Yeah.
delayed. Go ahead and take your shot. Sorry, Scoot, I didn't mean to cut you off. God damn. That is
Mm.
another miss.
This
Benrus,
is close quarters.
you can move up 5 feet for that fucking minute long combat rounds. As he should.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's coming. I don't think you That is a miss. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Go ahead and roll your initiatives, guys.
I
Did I skip
supposed
him?
to. Yep.
Okay, go ahead and take your. I didn't mean to skip you, dude. I thought that was the end of the round for
Just
whatever
cut me
reason.
off, skip me. Hey.
All right, go ahead and take your second shot. That's a miss.
Wasted. See,
Ah,
if it was actually in the round, it would have been a hit.
I see.
mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
Benris moved up.
yeah, you moved up. Well, that's what you normally do when you close melee. You move up into melee. So now we got you. Don't worry, dude. We got Benrus will still be there for you to take a shot at him.
Oh no, I'm
Although
just
in this case, there's not really
I'm,
much you could do
I'm
about it. I
dropping
would.
the bow and I'm gonna pull out my longsword and I'm gonna fucking charge into this motherfucker.
That's nice. I love it. Spells. Remember, guys. Spell Talissa. Remember, you can cast things. I gotta.
uh,
Uh,
oh,
fucking bow's broken down here. Need to just attack with the sword.
like what would I cast? Bless? I only
Everybody's
have,
engaged
Melee.
in melee. It's not gonna help.
yeah.
Well, only Benris is actually engaged in melee now, but everybody else is paralyzed.
That's what I'm saying. As a tactical advantage, it's not gonna do much. It's gonna bless the people that can't do anything.
Okay, well,
But
I'm just using the sling again.
if you can get it off before Arawak gets into melee, he might be affected by it. It
Don't worry
depends on.
about
My
it.
my initiative isn't very good, so I already rolled initiative for the
Why don't you
sling,
give it a
so
shot? Give it a shot.
what, the bless?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. Hold on.
Dude, everybody's initiative is 10.
that's crazy. I've never seen that happen. That's
Oh, I
crazy.
have to
We
push.
got to
Oh.
screenshot that, man. That is wow.
Well, I re-rolled
Wait,
because I
do I
was
need to roll?
You do a flat, Tommy, just in case, you know. Do you know how to do that? It's just the regular initiative button. There you go. You got it. It's only really important if you're like bleeding out, but I like to know when it's ticking down for you, because you might become unparalyzed in that round, right?
Sure.
Instead of at the end of the round, you got unparalyzed just a little bit earlier.
Do you think I should save my bless for when it's
Yes.
not like the
Don't
fight's
cast
already almost
don't cast
over?
don't cast bless on me. It'll only affect you and I.
Okay. And I'm just gonna do what I was saying before I was, yeah, Spencer.
Okay. Did you
I'm
roll?
I'm doing sling.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I mean I had a 10, but now I have a 12. That's fine.
So this Yast ghoul turns its attention to Benrus. You guys' armor is beat up too. I need to drain your guys' coffers if I don't kill all you off right now, but you guys need to go spend some money.
I was hoping this would lead to like an exit into the town or something.
Oh,
Oh
it led to
no.
an exit, all right. An exit from life. So I didn't, dude. This is actually something that I had planned out a while ago, but I didn't plan on you guys going here now.
You can never plan
But I
ahead
think you'll be
for
surprised, like when you see what.
D&D.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. God, I'm just on fire. Oh. Yeah. So when this thing rakes its claw at you, Benrus, it actually fucking clips the shield. And misses with its other claw. Oh, you're fucking lucky, man. Yeah. Hits with the bite.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So paralyze is applicable whether it's claw or bite.
Correct.
Oh
Yes.
my god,
Yes,
dude.
Fenris, yes.
Wow. That was like wow, that was wow, dude. All right. So again, Benrus blocked one of the claws with the shield. The other claw swung wildly, and then he got bit in the shoulder again, because that's where he was bleeding before. He got bit in that shoulder again and shrugged it off. Loman, you are standing there horrified. Benrus, you are up. This is your single attack round. Thank God for that shield, man. Well, being bit and after what you just happened, recovering from that, kind of knocked you off your balance, threw you off.
Mm-hmm.
Airwalk. You're moving up. There you go.
Ah, piece of fucking shit.
It's a miss. Go ahead and end your turn.
uh,
Talissa.
okay. I'm gonna attack the ghoul with my sling.
It's a 1 in 3 chance.
Okay. So I just do the attack first.
So 1 is the ghoul, 2 is Benrus, and 3 is Airwalk.
Okay. How do I roll that then? I don't know.
I roll it.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
I'll roll it. Just
All right.
roll your
Let's do it.
attack. Yep.
Okay. Ah,
That's a
God,
miss.
I cannot hit anything.
You got 2
Okay, I'm
shots.
delaying.
You don't really need. Yeah.
Oh,
Slings
I was
only
at
get
the
one
end.
shot. Slings
Is it?
is one. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, I've missed everything anyway, so it's not like we have to
A
worry.
staff
Okay.
sling is 2.
Which makes no fucking sense to me. A staff sling is such a more complicated weapon to use.
Yeah, I
The fact
know.
that you would get 2 shots with a sling staff and not 2 with a sling. That doesn't make. No,
Oh, that might be it.
it's
You know
something.
what? You might be right.
We looked it up, Scoot. Remember? It's
Nope,
ridiculous.
staff sling bullet 2 every 1 round. Sling bullet is 1, sling stone is 1.
It's wrong. I guarantee you, there's a sage advice on that that literally says, "Yeah, we were wrong."
No, let's take a look.
We don't need to right now. We can look later.
I've
But
got it up.
we've looked it up. We've looked it up before. All right, guys. This is in the heat of the moment here. Bowman, very good. Talissa, Zadar, Benros. I'm assuming you guys are all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck my initiative, dude.
Why is that doing that? That's really bad. Zadar, okay. Maybe it's because they're paralyzed. Oh boy, here we go again.
Yeah.
All right, same thing. Well, he sees the elf run. Actually, I'm going to roll for this. Seeing the elf run up. 1 will be Benris, 2 will be. Okay.
Ghouls have a natural aversion to elves.
Turns to Airwalk. And that was an impartial judgment right there, buddy.
Ghouls have a natural aversion to elves and always attack them last. Because they don't like the taste of elf meat.
Oh my god, dude. Is this another elf? Okay, are you serious?
It should be written in the it should be written in the ghoul description.
Yeah, he's definitely attacking you right now for just for that. Just for that. Just for that.
I'm just quoting what the freaking monster manual says.
Are you serious? It really says that.
Yes.
Dude, somebody had a fucking hard on for elves in 2E, man. I mean, like how many all right. I still rolled for it though.
Ghouls are oh god, what the hell is it? Never mind. I don't care.
I'm actually glad that you told me that, because that's just another thing that
Another reason to hate elves.
another fucking reason to hate elves. Exactly. I mean, it's like, dude, how many advantages does that race get? I rolled for it. I get. I mean, does it really say that in the monster manual? That's incredible. I didn't.
Let me take another look.
I'm
just to be
attacking you.
sure.
I rolled for it already. I'm gonna stay with it, but if it says that, then we'll do that next time. This is 2 claws and a bite.
The airwalk's done.
Okay, and a bite. I'm rolling like great tonight, man. Okay, now we're gonna save here.
No, because their touch does not.
Oh my god, dude. A gas
It's a
does.
ghast.
Yes.
Oh, I say ghouls can't paralyze elves.
I know. What I know. But you feel yourself go stiff, Airwalk.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I
There's
didn't get
gonna
to
be
roll my
nobody
own
left.
saving throw. What the fuck?
You want to roll it?
Yeah, I do. It's my
Okay,
fate. Damn it.
I know, but do we ever do that? We never roll our own saving throws ever. It's odd. That's why it's automated. If you want to roll it, go ahead and roll it, man.
No, I'll take it.
Okay, yeah, because
Because
we don't. I mean,
I'm only gonna roll worse.
I know. I'm just saying that it's automated on there. I don't. I mean, if you guys want to roll your own saving throws, speak up beforehand because yeah, just say it beforehand. I have no problem with that. All right, Airwalk, you feel your body go limp. Benaros, it's up to you, buddy. What brutal, man. That's a miss. And this is a
Oh
two
my
attack
gosh.
round, so you can delay.
Oh my
Here, go ahead and delay.
lord. All right.
You guys are in
Hopefully,
quite a pickle, man.
yeah, seriously. Hopefully I can finally make contact here and then hit
It's
the
a
right person.
little bit rough for you guys, I think. But what do I know?
I'm going for, yeah.
That is it, and I'm just gonna give it to you because this is here.
That's
This is
why I went before you said anything.
the what?
Nothing.
Benrus. Yeah, yeah, you're
Oh,
not
shit.
targeted, but yeah, go ahead. Just drop it on him. There you go. You have hit. Oh my
Yes.
god, dude. Yeah, so yeah, you did you
Ah,
drop
finally.
him?
Yeah, it was 12.
Are you fucking Oh my god, dude.
Nice hit.
And you guys, oh my god, you guys are so lucky, dude. This I did it on the random. I did the random roll for hit points on this one's, and it like it jewed this guy a little bit. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god, I can't even fucking believe that you dropped him by 1 point.
Holy shit, that's a hell of a hit.
Yeah, it's the. Did you drop your shield and roll and two hand it?
That's a
Oh, it's one
D8.
hand. What is the two hand? What's the
D10.
two hand? Yeah, 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 yep, yep. Yeah, I love the two-handed spread on that. It's so much better. And I like that it uses two die four instead of one die eight, because you're getting more of an even kilter of damage from the what's it called? The bell curve right there. Oh my god, dude. That was like I thought I was gonna wipe you guys out, man.
Nah, we weren't worried.
Well, we do have 3 paralyzed people here, so
Well, they would eat one of them, one of us.
There's three
And
paralyzed.
by the time while they were spending time eating one of us, a couple of us would have become unparalyzed and then would have been able to kill him. So
That's
we
a
would have lost
terrifying
one
thought.
person.
that's
Watching
horrible.
someone be eaten while you're paralyzed.
That's
Yes.
hilarious, dude. I gotta see. I really gotta look that up. Like someone really had a hard on for elves.
It's not.
Like, dude, that is, and then the paralyzed thing too. I'm glad you reminded me about
It's
gas.
just the paralyzed thing.
And then the 90% resistant to like how many different fucking like the mind affecting spells. Yeah, but it's
Charm
not
and
just
sleep.
charm and sleep. It's all mind affect. It's mind affecting charm and sleep like spells. There's like 20 of them, dude. and it's like it's ridiculous. But that's why
They're
again,
magical creatures.
yeah, they are. They certainly are. Um,
You just gotta stop being a hater on the elves.
I fucking I don't mind. I only mind it when there's an entire party of
When
elves.
everybody's an
Yeah,
elf.
I mind that. I think that's what got me like anti-elfish is when I played and everybody's like, I'm an elf, I'm an elf, I'm an elf. It's like, all right, where are the humans? I like Dwayne, I like your idea about making it, it's like a pool and whoever wants to play one, you guys have a roll off, and there's a quota. There's like only a certain amount of people in the party that can be that and unlock it, or unlock it.
We
Drew. I think they have to. Again, it's all balanced, dude. It's also what you throw at the players too. It just depends. I don't hate elves. I think they're cool. I love the complete book of elves. I think that's a rad book. And that Blade Singer kit is fucking cool. I like that kit. It's just that
Check out
I
my
think.
whisper to you, Spencer, real quick. You need
Oh, I
to
didn't see that. Sorry, I don't get the ding anymore for what I got the bell turned off. All right, what is this?
just remember that.
Yeah, I've been giving you that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
don't be giving me that.
Yeah, I've been. There's so many things you got to remember with elves and that the DM has to do too. It's like the player doesn't even have to control it. But yeah, that's good to know. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. In fact, here you go, man. Here's 50. Here's 50 EXP for honest player award right here. Even though every one of you guys is great and honest. So
Mhm.
you have two ghouls. Who knows how many more are lurking around in here? You have three companions that are paralyzed. The fight has just ended right now, but for how long, you don't know.
Unceremoniously,
Can be
as
done.
I'm thinking in my mind, this fucker, get his hands off me.
Go ahead and move. In fact, here, I'm going to unlock it. Go ahead and you guys have the time to do this. So go ahead and tell me what you're
Okay.
doing. It should be unlocked. Is it not
Calista
unlocked?
says, "Hey Ben."
No, it's not unlocked.
All right. It's I hit
No.
All
the
right.
I hit the data or toggle image data panel lock button instead for whatever reason. I'm tired. I'm tired tonight, dude. It's one of
Yeah.
those nights. It's one of
So
those.
how long are we paralyzed for?
Well, you don't know. You don't know exactly, but yes, it can be up to a turn. Tommy, do you know what a turn is?
what like how long it is?
Yeah, how long a turn is?
Aren't they like wildly long in second
10
edition?
minutes.
It's 10 minutes. So a round,
Yeah, that's
a,
insane.
yeah, a round is 1 minute, and in 5e, it's 6 seconds. A round and 2e is 1 minute.
Is a
So a
round
turn,
is a turn in 2E or 5E 10 minutes as well?
Oh, it's
no,
shorter.
it's just 10. It's just 10 rounds.
I
There's not
thought
even
that
I don't even think there's a concept for turns in 5e, to be honest with you.
really?
Yeah.
They
It's
say
Hmm.
just
it's like a
so
turn is
I
like
get
3 to 5 seconds. Is like what they
yeah, a
Turns
calculate.
three
turn
to
a,
five
yeah,
seconds.
a
Oh,
turn yeah, their terminology is different. Yes,
Yeah,
a turn. They're exactly.
man.
The terminology is different. It's
I don't
it's
get 5E
yeah, their
anymore.
terminology is different. Like a turn means something completely different in 5e than it does in 2e, or I
So,
should say in classic AD&D, because that's
well,
what
they
we're
should
playing.
really turn that game into a video game.
Yeah. Well, this
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's more relating to the actual time of someone's action in combat,
yeah, yeah.
so it
See,
makes
like,
second edition look like extremely long.
yeah, all the we're not playing. We're not just playing 2e. It's classic AD&D. Let's call it what it is. It's just class AD&D. It was all worked the same way in AD&D as far as like time or roughly the same. And then once it got to third edition, that just all of that concept of time and turns and abilities just like drastically
Man,
changed.
so when I was running 5E, I was completely running time wrong because I was going on the 10-minute turn.
Yeah, no, that's not
in the
how it
games I
works.
ran.
Yeah, that's got to make spells extremely overpowered in 5e if you ran that. If it was telling you that they last, because as far as I remember, all they
I
really
don't think
talk about
are
is
there spells that last
rounds.
turns.
I don't think there is a turn. That's what I'm saying. I think that they only just, yeah,
Ah,
Oh, there's
there you
turns,
go.
and once you go through everyone's turns, that's a route.
Yes. The turn is the turn they're
that
taking you
doesn't
to
make
scoot.
any sense.
I think it actually makes
No
more
wonder I
sense.
no wonder I hated 5e.
I think that actually makes more sense than what 2e says. To me, like,
Really?
why call 10 rounds a turn? That
Because a
doesn't,
turn has always been it comes from the wargaming age where there were
okay, so it
rounds
makes
and
sense to
turns.
you're a war gamer. I'm
It
saying in
makes sense to
general.
old school players, and
Yeah, exactly.
if you grew up playing the old school, and then that's why I never understood 5e because
Yeah,
that it,
that's why. I'm saying to most people when they
yeah,
hear
yeah, I
turn,
get you.
it's confusing as shit that in
It's your turn.
AD&D, exactly. In AD&D, a turn is 10 minutes. It's 10 rounds of minute-long rounds. It's weird.
Yep.
Hey, Tommy, you want to hear something even crazier? If you
God, I'm
think
gonna
it's
have to look at that.
abstracted in 1E, in AD&D 1E, there's another layer of abstraction on top. There's seg there's segments. So
Yeah.
we won't even get down. I was talking to
Oh,
Mike. He was like, we would literally play 3 hours and they would get through like 2 rounds of combat with the segments. The guy would like track every segment, like every single thing tracking. So
Well, and then you had your range and spell round, and then
yeah,
you
I
had
know.
your movement.
Yeah, 6 seconds. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It came back around a little bit with that, but like yeah, it's all abstracted to make it even more granular and more realistic. And 2E, that was a great improvement in my opinion, was getting rid of that because all of that can just be extrapolated from what the player's describing. You don't need to waste your time going, okay, on this 6 seconds, I'm moving 5 feet this way. All right, next guy, what are you doing on this 6 seconds? And then just like going through, it's fucking a nightmare, Matt, you know? Compounded by like gigantic battles. Can you imagine? The DM's head it's exploding from that. I doubt many people ran that correctly, dude. That's just like
I don't remember running. I don't I don't remember running that correctly.
segments. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can guarantee you didn't. Like after I
because
read what Gary wrote, after I read
because
what Gary wrote, I was like, who the fuck? Like, and he's like, we want to keep it simple. We're not
mm,
about realism. We're not about realism in AD&D. We're not trying to make a simulator. Then he goes on like 5-page rant about like breaking things down. Okay, on this 6 seconds right here, you can move up to 3/4 of your movement and take one shot, but then skip 2 segments to make the second shot on this.
yep.
Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, seriously. But
Well, a
and what
lot of it was played on a battlefield too.
I know it comes from, and it was like finding its way, dude, because
Hmm.
the old well,
Chainmail.
what him came up with, I mean, is great, but it needed a second edition. It needed refinement, you know,
It
and
did need
that's what they did.
refinement, that's
They
for
did a
sure.
refinement, and that's what a new edition should be, a refinement, right? It shouldn't be like let's reinvent the fucking game every time, like they did with the last 3 editions. It was like a complete reinvention every time. I know it's the Wizards of the Coast, man.
Dude, I'm
Fuck
still blown away that and I'm looking at the 5e player's handbook, and turn is
yeah,
bold faced, and it says during a round each participant in battle takes a
turn,
turn.
turn, yeah,
I
yeah.
never ever I always ran.
You ran that as the 10 minute. Hey, dude, you did something right, man. So just look at it that way. Hey guys, so let's
I'm-
let's bring it back here for a minute. I have to eat, guys, because I have
Yeah,
not. I
yeah.
haven't eaten all fucking day.
What's
So
funnier about that is your players never even told you. They were
No,
I
just
they
know.
soaking it
didn't.
up, dude.
You're so right, Tommy.
I know. They didn't care. They didn't know. I bet you they
Or
didn't
they,
know. They
yeah,
didn't
they
know.
might not have known, but
I don't
I
think they
bet one
knew.
guy knew.
Knowing that maybe, maybe. I don't know all the players. I know they're all they're great people. I play with them on Friday. They're great. They're great. It's a great group.
Dude,
Great
what
group
the?
of people.
Well, we're playing
That's
Castles and
funny though.
Crusades now.
Yeah, Castles and Crusades, which is like Tommy. Castles and Crusades is like AD&D with like a die 20 kind of polish on it. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit.
I've seen some previews of it.
It's fun. It's like AD. It's the combat is very similar to this, and the concepts and stuff are similar. It's just more die 20 based, like
Mhm.
modern die 20 based. Like
High
most
is
things,
good,
higher
low is
higher is
bad.
good. Like in 2E, sometimes low is good, sometimes high is good. You'll
Yeah.
get used to it, where you're just like, oh, that makes sense. Like um, why they did it that way in 2E, it makes sense once you really understand why what you're rolling. Like with saving throws in this game, higher is better, right?
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
but with percentile rolls and ability checks, lower is better. That means, and the reason why is because the higher your score, the easier it is to get under that number, right? So like
Oh,
instead of a DC, right, you're rolling against your own ability, which I think is really elegant, right? Like a strength check, right? You have a strength of 18. So when you're doing a strength check, you need to roll under 18, right? Lower is better, right? So the lower your strength is, the harder it is to pass that, right? You have a greater chance of rolling above it. So like if your strength is 10, you have a much greater chance of rolling over, of fucking up and failing the check because it's easier to roll above 10. So that's
well,
why
don't
lower
forget DM Fiat
the
with
what?
bonuses. DM
Oh
Fiat.
yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Modifiers. Yep.
Up is down, down is up.
It
Left
depends.
is right and right
Dogs
is
and
right.
cats living together.
Some of it, some of it. It's honestly, dude. That I think once you know it all, it really, it's not hard. It's easy
No.
to understand. You
No,
just
I'll
have
get
to,
used to it. I am
yeah. You
getting
just got to get used to it.
initiative makes sense now. So
Yeah, I love the low initiative. Like in fact, in Castles and Crusades, higher initiative's better. And because I'm such a fucking AD&D'er, it drives me nuts. Like every time I'm like, yeah, I fucking rolled a 1. Like
And
fucking
you're like, fuck, I'm
yeah.
usually the
last,
only
damn it.
time you get to
Fuck,
celebrate one.
dude. I was like, yeah, and they don't have weapon speeds, which I kind of miss because I really like weapon speed rules.
We
I
can
think
brew it in.
I like weapon speed rules. If you want to
I
brew
do
that
like
in,
weapon speed rules
I
as well.
love
Well,
weapon
see, the
speed.
CKG has all that shit, dude. It's
I
just
love weapon
crazy
speed.
how much more shit you
Yeah, I
can
know. I've
brew
heard
in.
good and bad things about that book, but I've heard that it's yeah, I've heard good and bad things about it. From what I've read of it, I like some of the ideas in it, but I've heard that they throw a lot of ideas in there, and that
It's all
some of the
optional.
yeah, I've heard
The
yeah,
CKG is all optional.
I saw somebody rip it to shreds, and I was reading, and it was like